What's good, family? Queen Common Sense back at you from the Chi-Town remix to the Booking Sticks, Kakalaka over here in the rain. And I don't know if y'all know anything about that. There, follow me, okay? I don't know if you know about that house music with a T, okay? But y'all, if you will, follow me for a little while. We're gonna talk about musty mouth Maurice Luther King. Okay, senior. I, you know, I had to think about this. I really had to think about this one again because when this mess first started back there, when a couple of months or so ago or more like last year, right? Quite some time ago. I was looking at I listened to the little video that Lemon had put up there and I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? So I listened to it again, because when you listen to slow people trying to talk intelligent, you gotta listen to stuff a couple, three, four times sometimes because it's like, huh? He said all that to say this, right? And okay, so I'm like, all right. So you didn't like what the person said, so you gonna sue? You know what I'm saying? That's a bit extreme. And y'all know me. Y'all know me by now. I'm a Virgo. I'm gonna pick apart. I'm gonna pick everything apart. I don't like I'm a good researcher, but I'm more like a troll researcher. Like it's for my information, right? And then energetically I translate it like that when I channel these type of situations and I see fraud, uh red X's all over a motherfucker's aura. And y'all excuse me, I might pepper this up a little bit with a little profanity because I'm not even a little, I'm a lot irritated. I'm a lot irritated and disturbed once again behind yet another so-called black man who is a pookie. Okay. It's just at this point, it's just nauseating now. It's not even like, oh my God, I don't even emote over it anymore. It just makes me sick, right? And Maurice J. Luther King, Pookie, you know, over here acting like Nino Brown and stuff. Like he could just make up the rules as he go along and everything like that with how to properly file paperwork at the county clerk's office and process a service of legal documents. I mean, like a 12-year-old know how to do that shit the right way. They know that you have to file, pay the fees. If you don't have the fees, you file indigent or poor man or pauper lawsuit. I mean, you ain't got no fucking money or no job or you don't have enough money. You can't afford the fees without putting your household bills in jeopardy. Because some of these court filing fees, you can get up there to 300, 4, 5,000 dollars, depending on what you're dealing with, filing paperwork, just to file it, to get on the docket, so the judge can say, okay, let me hear what you got to say. What's going on? What y'all arguing about? See how they railroad right there in and of itself, just the filing fees for shit like this, it gets expensive, right? And then when you're back and forth with it, when it starts to get into the ping pong match in court, one side might not show up or whatever. Somebody done slipped something in there that they shouldn't have, or somebody testimony done went off to the left kilter a little bit. You got to, oh no, we got to file another motion to goddamn dismiss whatever it is, whatever. I'm not a lawyer. I studied some law, but I'm not a lawyer. But I'm just going using my common sense and intuition and paying attention, reading comprehension. Okay, that's just all the tools that I'm using. Nothing special. Don't have a degree on the end of none of that. You don't need to go to look in the book to use your damn common sense and comprehension skills. Read, pause, absorb, process, and then define. We all know that. That's English 102. Reading comprehension skills. You get there when you in like junior and high school and above. See, by the time you in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, you got reading and comprehending what is read or spake to understand the shit. Okay, like I know what they mean. That's understand comprehension. And this circle talking, jive turkey, backwoods, sideways hustling motherfucker is on my last damn nerve, you know. And y'all know how I feel about uh Mama Oma, Black Titanic. Um, we all adore her, and she is our gem, sage, wisdom of the village of Sistren. Okay, she is our empress, and you know when you get too close to Mama, okay, shit can get active. All right, and then there's those of us that are, you know, not as abruptly reactionary as others in this squad of millimeters and just content creators, bloggers, talkers, whatever. It's a whole bunch of us, okay, out here chopping it up. So you know, I'm a fall backer, right? I'm a fall back and watch for a good little minute with some stuff, certain shit like this. And then I'm gonna be like, okay, I see a pattern now. Okay. Because sometimes, you know, people like to switch up their behavior patterns and they try to be slick with it and play like part cheesy with their, you know, energy to try to throw a motherfucker off like me. I'm gonna catch it every time because I'm gonna wait for a pattern. I can wait as long as a giraffe. Okay. I can wait 10 years to see if you do that shit again. Then I know exactly what the fuck you doing. And I know you did that shit on purpose. So now I got to watch you and I got to watch how you switch up. But I'm not going to call you out on it just yet because I want to see if you see that I see without saying something, if that makes sense. Okay. Now, what we going to do is I'm going to do another little play here with the, this nigga. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna get gutter today. It's gonna be a little gutter today because I seen some other stuff over there with that little Trojan horse little thing that another content creator tried with old Melly Mel, uh Money Making Melody tried to, you know, try to sneak in uh bearing gifts and shit and got served, handed up, gathered and put in a bowl and dismissed. Okay. Still over there flexing, you know, still over there flexing, wishing you could be a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Wish you had it like we got it. Okay. I'm disgusted. I'm just disgusted. We got a little play. This here speech, this Sermon on the Mount that Maurice Martin Luther King Scott did. Okay, shout out to what's happening. Shout out to what's happening from last year. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shout out to what's happening 3 months ago. She put this up. And it's Maurice. Yeah, it's Maurice. So we're gonna do what we do over here. You know, I'm finna light his ass up. All right. Let's see what let's go back to the beginning. Okay. This is a joke. This is a God. Let's go.
So Maurice Scott took to his Instagram today to address a blogger that put out some information.
My bad, y'all. Shout out what's happening. I'm sorry, babes. I'm sorry. I'm upset.
Unfortunate that I have to make this post, but it's necessary. ability to make defamation necessary.
And I wanted to make sure, I've recently run
Esquire.
My bad,
very
y'all.
serious.
I'm pissed off. I'm sorry. Let's do this one more time. My bad. I'm a little pissed off, you know, because we already we get bullied enough, yo. Like just going to the for a walk, you know, like a sister can't even go for a walk no more, right? Without somebody harassing the fuck out of us. I promise you, damn near every time I walk out the door now to go for a walk with Apollo, I have agoraphobia anyway because I grew up with a narcissistic mammy, okay? And she fucked me up. She tried to make me scared of everything, and I'm not. I'm fearless. I don't fear shit. Like I have such a high tolerance for pain because of her. Like it's really hard to phase me and have me shook. It's got to be some real shit that pop. Now here go. Let's go back and throw back on the demands. Okay.
Serious. I've recently run across a blogger who's been putting false information out there, and I wanted to make sure that no one is misled by this information. First of all, my name is Maurice Scott, Maurice Jefferson Scott, Sr. And if you're going to do research on a Maurice Scott, make sure that you're researching the right person. I'm Maurice Jefferson Scott.
We did. We pulled it up. We looked it up. We could see, we could read. Like this what I'm talking about. Like, okay, because it's a woman, you got all this energy, you know, snide and coy, you know, rude. Uh, don't nobody give a fuck about your feelings, boy. You know, you got your feelings hurt because you said some left-handed shit. You talk real greasy, selfish. I'm like, why is everybody scared of him? Why are we supposed to be scared of you? You know what I mean? Like I'm not scared of you. Like I'm tired. I can't stand that. Makes me angry when a grown ass man, get mad because a female tell you about your ass, and we don't have to step out of character to do it. We just use your words. That's what you said. You know, what content creators have been talking about what the hell you said, bro. Okay. Didn't nobody get the wrong person. Okay. Uh, if one thing gonna be correct is them damn criminal records. I don't give a fuck if you expunge them or not. Okay. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay. You can expunge and tell Mr. Clean come home and sing in a mop handle. It's a way to find if you have a criminal record, any type of civil, criminal, anything that's filed with a clerk of court document record keeper. That's the secretary, okay, of the big boys, the courts and things. We record everything that's said, done. You sneeze, you can find it in. If you did it in the clerk's office, you'll see the record of a sneeze. Okay, these people do this all day, every day, and they not gonna lie. They gonna stretch the truth and add shit. But if you did something, it's gonna stick. Okay. Now a lot of people get charged with stuff, but they can, you know, shit been getting reversed quickly. Like, okay, you done drug this shit out 14 years now. Look, we in 2024 now. Okay, people pulling up records from jail. Okay, don't play with me. Let's check it out.
I do not have a criminal history. I've never been arrested. I don't have anything more than a citation or a traffic ticket. That's the most I have. Citations and or traffic tickets. That's the very most. Never been in handcuffs. My reputation is something that I'm very, very proud of.
We didn't ask you all that. We didn't talk about none of that. You said a lot of very inane, asinine things about your wife, not the side chick, not the girlfriend, not none of that, not your boo. This is your wife that you said this shit about, which then snowballed into people looking into deeper um in your background so we could try to see what type of character you got, bruh. Okay? Because relevant past behavior is a future indicator. Okay? Let's go.
I'm going to defend it. Second thing is, I think that we really need to separate some of this reality television from reality.
You supposed to be on reality TV. How many times we got to say this? How many times do we have to say the same thing to this peanut headed nigga, yo? You are on a reality television show. It's supposed to give us a peekaboo into little snippets of your life in real time. That means, do you eat breakfast in the morning? Do you do most of your business calendar, your to-do list while you outside on the veranda? Like, we want to see, you know, how many people did you help repair their credit? Hmm? So we see a pattern of behavior. People gonna be like, okay, now how did he grow up? That's what everybody. That's normal human brain thought process and functioning is. Okay, well, he all this up here on the reality show. Let's see what he was like before he got here. What was he doing before that? Everybody wants to know that. That's a critical thinker. That's intelligent. That's not gonna just take you flexing and flossing on a TV show, you know, really a friend of the show. Like you a one off. You who are you? You know, Mel said it, the least relevant cast member. Always got something to say. Then nobody asked you nothing, and then you always talking about your brother, this and that. Marceau is this and that. You just like him. You are just like him, sir. You're just like him. And if you cared about your reputation, you wouldn't be hearing all these allegations of you defrauding the clerk's office with frivolous alleged frivolous court filings. Okay? That's big shit. Okay? You can't do that. We all know the end result is you will get disbarred doing that bullshit. We looking over Fannie Willis and they trying to, play checkers and parcheesi over there with that situation and talking in circles and loop the loops and figure eight around the Mary Hood Robin Hood's barn, you know? And true enough, I don't agree with how she conducted herself before with whatever, off topic a little bit. I don't agree with that inappropriate whatever she was doing, but I'm rocking with Fanny with the attitude. Okay, I'm rocking with Fanny with that. Okay, I'm sorry. Sometimes you just have to kind of roughen up them smooth edges a little bit and show them that you still a G. Okay, don't let these credentials fool you now, honey. Okay, because I can step down off my throne for a little while and get with you, but I'm gonna do it and make short work with it. Okay, let's go. Let's move the rest of this stupid.
Okay. And there's an issue that sometimes if we don't see it on reality television, then it's not real. However, I'm an active practicing lawyer. So I'm not going to play about my law license. That's another thing that I'm very proud of.
So why we don't why don't we see you practicing law on reality television? We don't need to see the documents you're working on. We don't need to see the client. We could see you pulling up to the courthouse. We could hear you, in a look at you in the meeting room from the window while you having a meeting behind closed doors, but just filming through the window. So nothing's recorded, no confidentiality is broken. Just, hey, that's he doing law over there. Next scene. It's a million ways you could show us what you do in the criminal justice field without compromising anyone's privacy. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. These covert narcissists, you know, they mask kind of ease off and then goes back up. The mask goes slide down, it goes back up. You know, this is in my opinion, this is the kingpin talking. This is my opinion. Watch.
Took me a lot of hard work. Graduated valedictorian in my class and passed the bar first time with flying colors. So not only am I an active practicing lawyer, I have multiple cases. And it's not just in Alabama. I have cases that are co-counseled in other jurisdictions.
So what? So what? What that got to do with the content creators pulling up some information that's a matter of public record, and some of the names matched up, and the information matched up, and it was stated that it was alleged. Everybody does that now. Been doing it forever. Okay. Just because you didn't get an apology and you're embarrassed now, you don't want to keep stacking up them L's. So now you up in your feelings. So you're gonna start fucking sorry. You're gonna start harassing a senior citizen. But oh, we don't mess with my mother, right? Don't pull. You don't want your mother touched. That's the same way I feel about Miss Van and Melody don't want her mama touched neither. But your brothers was sitting on the reunion couch giggling when some idiot insinuated that there was some type of inappropriate footage of Miss Van floating around. You didn't have a problem uh gang stalking and inappropriately harassing an elderly woman when it was Miss Van. Okay. Now look at you. You know, this is what you get for being a follower, a tag along. You know, my grandfather used to call the ringleader of the narcissist, the malignant narcissist. My grandfather used to call them piccolo players or MFs. You know, that's what the old Creole witch ladies used to. You a piccolo player. You a MFing piccolo player. You a Pied Piper. You know, the Pied Piper way back in the day would play a flute, and the tone and the musical flute and the key that he would play it in would draw out all the mice and rats and rodents and things from the village. And he would play his piccolo and lead the rats out of the village so that the people could clean up, and that's old little Native American little folklore for you. But he's a rat. That's what I'm trying to say. He's a rat. And he wants to be important, as we clearly see. He's very self-important, very entitled, and he's really reaching. You know, these Scott men, males, they need a lot of attention. And I don't know if y'all noticed, Kimmy's looking so drained still in these last couple of seasons before they stop filming. Let's get back to this. There's not much left.
That states as well, okay? So just want to make sure that you guys understand. I'm going to protect both of those. So this is one of the things that I want to encourage like bloggers to do. Do a little better research before you attach someone's name to a criminal history. It's very important that you do your homework. It's actually reckless and dangerous if you don't. Some of the allegations.
That's why, yeah, it's reckless and dangerous to try to cut corners in the judicial system with filing paperwork properly and having it properly served. Okay. So, you know, when I move, you move. Okay. Uh, if you nuck, I'm a buck. Okay. Y- I mean, what's up? Like, it's something called freedom of speech. Something called freedom of speech. So people have the right to give their opinion. They have a right to say how they feel about what you produce on reality TV. And if you fronting, people gonna find out. Let's go.
Were extremely dangerous. Attaching my person to that criminal enterprise puts not just me at danger, because there may be other people that were involved that think that now I'm that target. So it's not just me that you might put in danger. You might also put my family in danger. So this is something that's very serious to me. Even further, I normally don't get on social media and go back and forth with bloggers or try to correct narratives or whatever. But sometimes when, we can't separate reality from reality television and lines that get crossed.
I'm sorry, y'all. Like lawyers are supposed to have thick skin. Lawyers and I mean people, come on now. Look at Fonnie Willis. Come on now. Do you think she care about what we got to say about her right now? Fonnie is going at it. She trying to get a hold of these people who tried to steal the 2020 election. Fannie don't she don't give a good damn about what a blogger says about her. Okay. You lawyers have thick skin because they're arguing and debating all day every day. They're trying to come to a haggling. They're litigating all the time. People are sarcastic, rude, illiterate, unintelligible. Sometimes there's language. I mean, well, lawyers are always communicating. They have to be able to that's why they call them sharks. It's like I'm not here for all that. I don't care. You say you talk about each other, mama, whatever. That I'm not here for that. I'm here about this here case. This is the facts. This is what happened. This is how it's going down. They don't give a damn about what a blogger got to say. You know how much junk people talk about lawyers and stuff. Look at how much heat Johnny Cochran took when he represented O.J. Simpson. Look at how much heat Nancy Grace still get. And before that, she was a prosecutor and something else too. Nancy Grace still get heat. She don't give a damn. She don't give a damn what no bloggers got to say. Any press is good press. Okay, you talking about me? That's how lawyers really kind of move from what I know from my own personal experience. Let's go. I was whining.
Then I'll actually step in and address this. So in closing, I'm very proud of my reputation. And I spoke to Carlos King
You
earlier
just
today,
passed the
and you know
bar in
what?
2020. Like
Carlos
you,
said,
you only been a lawyer
maybe
for two
before you
years,
just actively just
a
sue
year
them,
at max.
how about you give them an opportunity to retract their statement? And I'm going to go even one further, right? Because that's actually a good idea.
And she took it down. The blogger took down the video. Okay. The only thing that didn't happen was the apology, and I don't blame her. She don't owe him shit. She didn't owe him to take that damn video down because it's under the First Amendment. Okay. Protected freedom of speech. Okay. What is with these dudes trying to hush up women? We grown women. You call us all kind of clandestine colorful adjectives. Look at how you was talking about your wife. You wasn't trying to edit your words, and that's your wife. So you more worried about what a blogger have to say about you than your own wife, how you made her feel, how you publicly embarrassed her? Really? Child, where they do that at? I'm used to providers. My dad was a provider. Superhero, yo. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and he provided, and of course he had feelings, he expressed things, and he had concerns. He wasn't perfect. None of, but he was my damn superhero. He was consistent. And he didn't whine, you know? He didn't whine. He meant what the fuck he said, and he said what he meant. That's why my parents stayed into it, you know. My mother was very sheltered and very naive, and she has a lot of unaddressed trauma. So, she's still in the mental space of a college co-ed, 20 something. But in chronological age, she's 86. And the world is supposed to revolve around her because she is the youngest of four siblings and the only girl. And that's how she was treated her entire life, including my dad. And this is how it sounds when I hear somebody proclaim to be such a great lawyer sitting up on social media whining about a blogger, a complete stranger, allegedly posting the wrong criminal information about him. Okay? If it's not me, I'm gonna just be like, well, that ain't me. That oops, they didn't. Because your game is tight. You a lawyer, you go through that all the time. People coming for you all the time as a lawyer. Look, I mean, come on now. You see that, I have extra security. There was recently a judge who had a stalker come into the court and record and stuff outside in the vestibule of the court, and then he showed up at a sports event following this judge around, and the judge had police circling the block with that thing unlocked, you know, because somebody was after the judge because he was trying a case, but that particular judge had a background of DV, and this person didn't like that. The stalker didn't like it, so all the time, okay. And if you on top of your stuff and you got all your goose eggs in a row, you got that on point too. You got security on point. You make sure everything's secure around the crib and your personal circles, right? But you don't have no clout like that yet. That's all in your imagination, that you some high dollar, high upper echelon attorney, and you just passed the bar in 2020. Okay, come on now.
Being in this business for as long as Carlos has been in the business, he's seen all kind of, stories and narratives and everything else. But I'm going to go one further and give you an opportunity to retract. And I want a public apology for those two situations. Anyone that's speaking negatively about those two situations, I'll give you 10 days. Take the stuff down, and I want a public apology behind it because it's false information, and you could have done it much.
And again, same same thing. People, if it was a mistake and they didn't retract it, You know what I'm saying? People who do better research will be like, nah, that's not him. You know, usually stuff cancels itself out because with bloggers and content creators, we check each other. No, we fact check each other. It's like, wait a minute, so and so over here putting up that stuff that's not accurate. Okay, I'm gonna come back and accurate and make it accurate. I'm gonna report it correctly. And then there's those of in the audience, the consumers, they know to do their fact checking as well, but in cross reference. Okay, I see a few handful of content creators on some bullshit, and I see a whole bunch of them over here. So I'm gonna start digging over here where the majority lies because I might find the truth a little faster, or vice versa. It just depends on the situation. But with you, uh, Maurice J. Luther King, you don't have that much clout yet in the legal realm of the situation. You just passed the bar 2 years ago. Okay, let's go.
Much better job. And it was called into question many a times on your own post. It was called into question the accuracy of the information, and you recklessly disregarded that information. You also posted it multiple times and you shared the information as if it was.
This is just overkill. Like at this point, it's like say what you gotta say. If it was that serious, it wouldn't even take 5 minutes to say that. It's like, there was some information that a blogger posted about me that is not correct. Okay. This was the error. Don't believe the hype. You got to go down into uh Alice in Wonderland, down the yellow brick road with it. It's just overkill. And that's how I know it's selective outrage. It's fugaga because ain't no lawyer gonna take time out of their busy day to address a blogger, a complete stranger like this. You know, if it's something that escalates to where it gets dangerous, a lawyer not gonna announce what they about to do to the person. Oh, well, if you don't do this, then I'm gonna do that. They just do it. Okay, they just do it. They don't wait a whole year, 3 months, 6 months, whatever. They own it. Okay. And if you work for a law firm, bruh, you got peoples already. So, if you busy doing your own cases, you're like, look, I need you to represent me on this. I don't have time right now. I'm working on something real important over here. I need you to handle my short work for me. Lawyers do that shit all the time too. You gonna take listen, don't play with me.
It was true. What I will tell you is this: I'm very, very serious about this, and you will find yourself on the opposite side of a lawsuit, and you'll know that not only am I an attorney, I'm a good one.
Well, sound off in the
Oh, yeah. So there we go. There we go. And that's how I feel about that. A good lawyer would not be wasting time addressing a damn blogger. Okay. Now check this out. I done found something else. All right. And I tell you, I'm telling you, Kimmy, like talk to your husband, like where are you at? You was capping all up in Melody face, all up in her business. She trying to heal and get her bearings so she can turn the corner, and you mad and letting Tisha groom you with her mean girl script, and Melody tried to holler at you again and let you know what the deal was without letting you know what the deal really was. Okay. And I don't know. I don't know. These women on here are just they're just it's just pitiful, yo. And I mean, it's to me, this right here, I mean, says it all. You know, he knew what he did in the moment he said those things about Kimmy. He knew exactly what he had done. So check this out. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. You a good lawyer, okay? This is M- Maurice J. Luther King Scott's bar, Alabama State Bar entry. Date admitted June 18, 2020. It's 2024. Okay. So he's been a lawyer a hot 4 years officially. And he over there whining about a blogger. And for after this first initial IG live that he did, then nobody else, wasn't nobody talking about Maurice. Nobody was talking about Maurice and Kimmy. We had moved. Everybody was on back on what Melody was on, back on what, you know, back on what we was on. Shit. And here he come trying to double down. Listen, I'm over it. I'm done. But he have a seat, yo. Like, treat your wife better this season. Uh, try to show that you actually are want to be married. I mean, this just it's ridiculous at this point with how he's trying to deflect. And this sorry, sorry little this here when I guess he called himself trying to be contrite and everything, Kimmy finally spoke up for herself and said what she needed to say. I mean, he took a lot out of her. Kimmy's tired. She's been through a lot. And the stress, I believe, dealing with him is what made her sick. She stopped uh everything she used to do, you know, and being goaded out of your dream, your career after studying that hard. She had to pass the fucking uh boards too, nurses boards, if she's a RN. Some LPNs also have to pass boards too, some of them. But Kimmy went to school, excuse me, damn near just as long as Maurice, if not longer, just depending on what type of nurse she is. We still don't quite know about what that is either, do we, honey? But Kimmy just she's shrinking, you know. She's shrinking, and I just don't see, that spark. Even though she a little goofy, I kind of in the beginning I liked Kimmy's spark. She had a little spark about her that I kind of liked, but I just couldn't quite. Kimmy didn't quite grow on me all the way because I saw that fence riding stuff going on, and I was just like, yeah, she had a little spark about her that was kind of cute in the beginning, but then after season one, I was done with Kimmy. Yeah, me and I couldn't. Yeah, Kimmy made me sleep. But you know, I was looking at a couple of other things too about, Alabama process the servers, the service of the summons and the complaint or other process or other documents to be served may be made by certified mail or its equivalent, which shall be any form of mail requiring a signed receipt and shall be made in the manner prescribed by Rule, pardon me, 4.2B1, delivery by a processor. Okay? None of that happened, darling. And then well, I went a little digging a little bit more. Just, I like educating myself, just digging, just looking at stuff, and I found some more interesting information, some guidelines and things like that we must follow in the state of Alabama when we are serving civil paperwork. That's right. So let's go over here and I'm going to show you something else real quick. Okay. This document here is the Alabama Rules of Civil Procedure. And we've already covered this. People have already spoke about it. Made sure, I mean, come on now. We know what's up. Just rubbing it in. Okay. So this is Rule 4.1. Commencement of action, services of process, pleadings, motions, and orders. Methods of in-state service. Right? And 1 second here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so process other than a summons as provided in Rule 4 or subpoena as provided in Rule 45 shall be served by a sheriff or constable or a person specially appointed for that purpose who shall make a proof of service as provided in Rule 4 I-1C. The process may be serviced anywhere within this state and when authorized by law outside of the state. Okay, straightforward. District Court Rule 4.1 applies in the district courts, civil court. Then it goes on, excuse me, the committee comments on 1997 complete revision amendment to the rule that we just took a peek at. Okay, this rule permits service upon an individual by serving the individual or by leaving a copy of the summons and the complaint at the individual's dwelling house or usual place of abode, with some person of suitable age and discretion then residing therein, or by delivering a copy of the summons and the complaint to an authorized agent. Okay. Likewise, the date of delivery to the named addressee or to his agent. The purpose of both these changes is to simplify service requirements under Alabama law and to facilitate services of process. While Alabama law is not yet as liberal as the federal rules of civil procedure in this area, the August 1, 1992 amendments move Alabama closer to that position. And this just goes on to kind of further elaborate on that rule. Okay. And it's a couple of more amendments here. Okay, bingo. Now, this is another one that I was looking at just to kind of dig a little deeper in here, just to verify that we're verifying that, he don't know what the fuck he doing, allegedly, and in my opinion. Okay, this is Alabama Rules of Civil Procedure, numeral 2, commencement of action, services of service of process, pleadings, motions, and orders. Rule 5, service and filing of pleadings and other papers. Okay. Letter A, service, when required, except as otherwise provided in these rules, every order required by its terms to be served. Every pleading subsequent to the original complaint, unless the court otherwise orders because of numerous defendants. Every paper relating to discovery required to be served upon a party unless the court otherwise orders. Every written motion other than one which may be heard ex parte, and Every written notice, appearance, demand, offer of judgment, designation of record on appeal, and similar paper shall be served upon each of the parties. No service need be made on parties in default for failure to appear, except that pleadings asserting new or additional claims for relief against them shall be served upon them in the manner provided for service of summons in Rule 4. Okay, period. Now, the other portion of this document it just again further outlines the procedure by law in or out of state, the rules of civil procedure. Okay, Google it. So we shall see, honey. I mean, we shall see. I you know, I don't know like what he thinks this is gonna do, but make him just like the side chick, you just making yourself look more and more ignorant, more and more incompetent, more and more fake. Thou dost protest too much. Okay. So y'all, I'm emoting, channeling. It just came through. I had to let this one marinate for a couple of days because yesterday the anxiety was really on fleek. I'm coming down a little bit now. My appetite's coming back, but I'm still on the mend. I went through a lot of trauma the past 10 years. So bear with me. I love you. Drink your water. Keep your eyes open, but mind your own damn business. Stay out of trouble, okay? Protect your peace. I'll be back. I'll be back with another video soon. I gotta do some spiritual work. Gotta do some spiritual work. It's some cleansing I gotta do. I gotta smudge and do the whole ritual for March ending soon. So, yeah, lots of cleaning. I have OCD as well. So, y'all, that's why I be kind of quirky sometimes. So, I love you. Until the next one, one love. I am my sister's keeper. Forward. Okay. And don't forget, Melody has beyondthegame.org if you want to memorialize your name on the water project that they're building there for clean water in Ghana. Head on over to beyondthegame.org and sign up and donate your seed of $100. Love you. On the flip side, we gonna follow me on out here. Love y'all.